When the #1 pick in the 2024 WNBA draft realized she was about to defend her closest friend and former Iowa teammate, she broke into a wide smile. That exact moment was captured in a photo and quickly went viral. Two kids from the Midwest bonded by basketball, standing in a moment nobody could have predicted years earlier. For most players, competing against a friend is just another game. But for Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin, it meant lining up against someone who had shared the grind, the pressure, and the dreams that once seemed out of reach. Their bond wasn't built under bright lights or national attention. It began at Iowa during early morning workouts, long film sessions, and quiet drives through cold Iowa City nights. Clark was the passionate scorer, vocal, confident, always pushing the pace. Martin was the steady force, a captain who kept the locker room grounded. Together, they created something meaningful, a relationship that stretched far beyond the court. When Clark arrived at Iowa in 2020, her reputation was already growing. She could shoot from the logo, talk confidently, and deliver when it mattered. Still, she was a freshman learning how to adjust to a new system. Kate Martin, a fifth-year senior who had battled back from a torn ACL, was among the first to guide her. She wasn't just a teammate. She became a mentor, almost like an older sister. Martin led through actions, not headlines. She didn't average 30 points, but she controlled every huddle and anchored every defensive stand. Clark admired that leadership and later described Kate as one of the smartest players she'd ever played with. Someone who read the game 2 steps ahead. That mutual respect quickly turned into trust, both on and off the floor. Their chemistry was undeniable. When Clark fired a risky pass, Martin was already in position. When Martin knocked down a shot, Clark was the loudest voice celebrating. Before long, Iowa fans saw them as inseparable.
I would say definitely those first 2 years, we definitely were working together to I was definitely more of the calmer presence and being hey, look me in the eyes, deep breath, it's all gonna be okay. And I think the leadership style that I really had was just trust. She trusted me because she had seen me putting in the work in the gym. She knew how much I cared. I was only 2 years older than her, but she believed that I had her best interest in mind.
Away from the spotlight, their friendship only grew stronger. Martin was the voice reminding Clark to slow down and breathe during high-pressure moments. Clark was the energy boost, lifting Martin up whenever doubt crept in. Their personalities were complete opposites, but that contrast made them elite teammates, balanced, connected, and always ready to have each other's backs.
She is an amazing leader, one of the best that I've ever been around in coaching all these years.
Hit! Nice! Good job, Sharon. Nice shot.
She has just a great read on people and how they're feeling, and I think that's what makes her one of the best leaders I've ever been around in my entire life. Luckily, she's not just my teammate, she's one of my best friends and somebody that I've been able to lean on for more than basketball.
Then came the unforgettable run. Iowa wasn't expected to dominate the way it did, but with Clark's scoring explosion and Martin's steady leadership, the Hawkeyes turned into must-watch basketball. The 2023 NCAA tournament changed everything. Clark caught fire, posting triple-doubles, shattering records, and carrying Iowa all the way to the national championship game. While the spotlight stayed on Clark, everyone inside the program understood Martin's value. She was the connector, the emotional backbone, the voice that kept the team calm amid the chaos. Iowa didn't leave with a title, but they captured hearts everywhere. That team became a cultural moment, led by two best friends pursuing the same dream together.
Well, poor Kate has gone quite a while without breaking her nose and having blood gush out of it, and then in one of her last career games she's on the floor and she has hurt her nose again. I don't know if it's broken or not, but I think Kate's just toughness, resiliency, and leadership is the biggest thing. And I mean, you see it, Kate's a pro player. You see her game, she's hitting fadeaway jump shots, she's going at people. The way she took over at the end of the fourth, she came up with I think 6 straight points for us. I mean, I'm just so proud of her. She's worked so hard over the course of this offseason. She knew she was going to be a focal point for us on offense, and I couldn't be more proud of her. She's had a long career. She's, all she's ever dreamed of is being an Iowa Hawkeye, and she embodies that every single day.
When their final college season wrapped up in 2024, both players knew a new chapter was beginning. Clark was destined for stardom, widely projected as the unquestioned #1 pick in the WNBA draft. Martin's future, however, was far more uncertain. She declared for the draft without expectations, openly admitting she wasn't sure her name would be called. For her, it was simply a way to officially close her college career and see what happened next.
Well, I want to continue playing basketball. I hope I get drafted. I don't know. I hope that happens for me. And if not, then, I move on with my life.
Draft night arrived in April 2024. All eyes were on Caitlin Clark as she stepped onto the stage. Selected first overall by the Indiana Fever. The cameras flashed, the crowd erupted. It was her moment. Yet even while celebrating, Clark was thinking about Kate. Then came the surprise. Late in the second round, the Las Vegas Aces announced Kate Martin's name. Clark, watching from the green room, leapt to her feet, clapping and yelling with pure joy. The clip spread instantly online. A superstar rookie losing her mind as her best friend heard her name called. That single moment captured their bond perfectly. Two different paths, shared struggles, and both arriving exactly where they were meant to be.
And they were going to have you in the mezzanine. I'm like, you better bring her down here because I think she's going to get drafted. What are you thinking when you hear your name called right now?
Oh man, a lot of emotions. I'm really happy to be here. I was here to support Caitlin, but I was hoping to hear my name called, and all I wanted was an opportunity, and I got it, so I'm really excited.
We know what you do with an opportunity. This is the world champion, Las Vegas Aces. How can you make an impact and try to make that roster?
Yeah, I'm super excited for the opportunity. I have a really good work ethic, but more than anything, I think I'm a very versatile player. I can score at multiple levels, and I can guard multiple positions, but I'm really excited to get there, and I know I'm going to give it all I got.
Tough as bleep. Congratulations. Thank you.
When the WNBA season tipped off, their journeys crossed once again. This time on opposite sides of the floor. Indiana Fever versus Las Vegas Aces. For the first time in their careers, Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin sat on different benches. During warm-ups, cameras caught a small but powerful moment. Clark noticed Kate, smiled instantly, and the two shared a quick laugh before tip-off. It wasn't planned or staged, it was pure instinct. That single image later exploded online. Fans loved it because it wasn't about rivalry, it was about joy. A reminder that sports are just as much about connection as competition. Once the ball went up, however, it was all business. Martin defended Clark on several possessions, and both competed at full speed. The respect was obvious. No trash talk, no unnecessary fouls, just two professionals pushing each other to be better. After the final buzzer, the moment everyone remembered happened in the tunnel. Cameras caught Clark wrapping Martin in a tight hug as they headed toward their team buses. The clip spread everywhere, ESPN, TikTok, X, and fans called it one of the most wholesome moments of the WNBA season. Even Aces head coach Becky Hammon commented on how special their bond was, saying the love and respect between them was visible even from the sideline. What made it even more meaningful was how different their rookie seasons looked. Clark carried non-stop media pressure. Every game was analyzed, every reaction scrutinized. She had become the face of a new WNBA era, and that spotlight came with heavy expectations. Meanwhile, Martin was quietly carving out her role. Drafted late and fighting just to make the roster, she earned her minutes through effort, defense, and relentless energy. She worked her way into a championship-level rotation without hype, relying on consistency instead. Fans quickly embraced her, calling her the glue girl, the same role she held at Iowa. Teammates fed off her intensity, and broadcasters began praising her calm, unselfish style, rare for a rookie. Whenever the Aces faced the Fever, the storyline always circled back to the friendship. Not rivalry but bond. Every smile, handshake, and quick hug turned into a viral moment. And fans couldn't get enough. It was clear their connection went far beyond basketball. They weren't just friends, they were proof that loyalty, kindness, and genuine support still exist in professional sports. One viral post captured it perfectly. In a league full of rivalries, this is the friendship everyone roots for. Their story also reshaped how many people viewed women's sports. For years, WNBA players have pushed for recognition and respect. Moments like Caitlin and Kate's reminded fans why sports matter, because they reveal humanity, not just highlights. Off the court, the bond kept showing up. They praised each other in interviews, shared subtle moments online, and openly supported one another's success. Clark once called Martin one of the most selfless people she'd ever met. Martin said Clark's work ethic motivated her every day. That level of mutual respect is rare, especially when fame and pressure could easily pull people apart. During the chaos of Clark's rookie season, the criticism, physical play, and constant attention, Martin was often seen quietly checking in on her. That unseen support spoke louder than anything on camera. Calling them best friends doesn't fully capture it. They've shared wins and losses, late practices, long bus rides, and pressures few can understand. They've seen each other at their highest and lowest points, and stayed steady through it all. Their bond became a lesson for young athletes everywhere. Parents and coaches shared their story to teach teamwork, gratitude, and respect. In a world obsessed with stats and fame, Caitlin and Kate reminded everyone that character still matters. Fans noticed too. Signs reading Hawkeye Sisters or Clark and Martin Forever popped up in arenas, not marketing, just real connection. Social media kept adding chapters. The tunnel hug, the draft night celebration, the smiling pregame stare down. None of it felt staged. Just genuine human moments in an era where everything can feel curated. Even commentators couldn't help but smile, often saying, "You can tell there's real history there." Or "That's love, friendly competition at its best." Friendships rarely survive the jump from college to the pros, but for Clark and Martin it didn't just survive, it grew stronger. When Clark faced early criticism, Martin defended her publicly, reminding people of the pressure she carried. When Martin had breakout games with the Aces, Clark celebrated her loudly, even while preparing for her own battles. Their bond is mutual, constant, and real, and that's why people connect to it. Their story isn't just about basketball. It's about growing together, celebrating each other, and proving success doesn't require sacrificing friendship. They're both still young, still building legacies, still learning how to balance pressure, fame, and growth. Their paths will cross again. More games, more competition, more viral moments. But no matter where their careers go, that Iowa bond, the shared memories, the laughter, and the lessons will always remain. In a fast-growing league full of headlines and rivalries, Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin remind fans that at the heart of the game are people who genuinely love basketball and each other.
And a couple days ago, you beat your buddy, Caitlin Clark, in the Indiana Fever the other night. So, how's she taking the loss? Or are you two still talking? Or she writing back her text? She's being responsive?
Yes, of course. It's not about that whenever you have such a close friendship with somebody, we know somebody's going to have to win, somebody's going to have to lose, but, we're there for each other always. And, obviously happy that we won, but also, always cheering her on, always in her corner.
So the next time you see a clip of Caitlin and Kate laughing after a game, remember that this friendship began long before the bright lights and viral moments. It started with two teammates who believed in each other when no one was watching. And maybe that's why their story resonates so deeply, because it feels real, human, and honest. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin's journey from Iowa teammates to WNBA rivals and lifelong friends, be sure to like, comment, hype it up in the chat, and subscribe for more stories like this. Your support helps keep these authentic sports moments alive.